Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on this contractor series on Court Farm. So if you're enjoying the videos, please make sure to give them a thumbs up, and also if you're new, please hit that subscribe button because that will really help me out. Right, so we have done pretty well in the last episode on this series. We got up to 41,000. And now we're going to get through 3 new contracts. We're going to try our best to get to the point where I wanted to buy that quick baler. But we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. Originally, we only had 2 contracts running, but we're going to make 3, which you think could get us to that £60,000 mark easier. But the problem is, I need another tractor. I really do. And we want something really small, that can do the job of the windrow and pretty much the tedder. At the moment, obviously, we're going to use it as a workhorse, don't get me wrong, but we're looking at something maybe about 60 horsepower, and I think I found the perfect tractor. So I've got everything set up going. We're going to be doing this field 109. The main reason I decided to just add this on is it's about £5,000. But yeah, it's right by the field we harvested last time. So just over that hedge there is field 59. And we were doing the contract in that field before. So instead of just driving the harvester back, I saw that it was ready to harvest this canola. And I thought, we should jump on that. We may as well do it. The trail is pretty much just on the other side of that, kind of like them few trees there, so we can drive the harvester when it gets full and just unload. As you can see, it's not too far away, so we'll just leave that going. Hopefully we'll get a notification if it needs a bit of help. We've already got a problem here though with this course that I've set up, which is let's try this manually, just as it's, I think I've gone right on the edge of the field boundary, and that's what the problem is. But no, we've got this small field to do. We've got two fields like this. I think the second one's a little bit bigger up to the top of the map. But this is, it's easy enough. So let's go nearest waypoint. Set that going. Yeah, you can see that he's pretty much driving in the hedge there. I have put an offset on it, and I'm just wondering if it is something to do with that, maybe. We'll have to see. Hopefully now that he's done that first pass, we shouldn't have any problems. But everything's pretty much parked up there, ready to go, because obviously we need to do hay in this field, pick them all up and everything. It's a big job, it is. But I think that's fine currently, so we just leave that going. But we need to get there quick, really, to probably do the windrow. We can use this tractor to do the tedding, so we may as well set that up now just quickly before we go and buy ourselves a tractor. Now, I've set myself a limit. 10,000. I think I found the perfect tractor anyway, and it comes in just at 10,000. But we'll have a quick look just to see what our options are, because if there's something better for cheaper as well, then that's ideal. But I'd rather get something that's going to last, really, and you know, have a meaning for a lot longer than something that's just going to be too small, and then as soon as, you know, we move up in the world a bit, we're going to stop using it. I'd rather have something that is going to be a workhorse, and a lot of the time 50 horsepower can pretty much use most of the tedders and most of the windrows in the game, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with having about 50 horsepower. So we'll leave this here just waiting. Yeah, it's not really mowing the best, is it there? I'm not really getting as much of the grass as we should, but it doesn't matter. We're still mowing, that's the main thing. This guy's nearly full, so we'll have to take over in a second. But let's see if we can just get to the store quickly, and we can then obviously buy this kit. We're going to have to drive it down. It's going to be a bit of a trek to get to 79. But it'll be all right. I think the track that I've been looking at as well is pretty much just like 15 miles an hour. So, yeah, not ideal. Let's have a go. So, tractor that I've been looking at, obviously small tractors. So we got this bad boy, really old school, but it's 43 horsepower, a bit shy, but it is cheap, 2,400. We got obviously the Massies, which are brilliant, but if I start bringing it up to like the 45, it's 7 grand, and I think I can get more bang for my buck on that. This one's not a bad option as well. It is a nice tractor. We can go up to 48 horsepower, so it's just about hitting the maximum, really, of what we need. That's the minimum, sorry, of what we need. So I don't think that's quite there. We've got this for 7.5, but it's only 50. And then you're talking about the Porsche, it's 50. This Massey Ferguson is 50. But then the one I was looking at was this bad boy. And I think it just suits this map really well, a Ford. So configurations, we're definitely going to go for the Ford wheel brand. I was thinking maybe like an 80 kilogram front weight, just because we are going to be putting something on the back. Don't need anything there. Now, I was looking at cabs, and I actually just like the Ford, the one that's just cabin, 1,000. And I think that's it. And if you see, 10,035. So I think that's our option. But just before we go, we can move up and just see what I've got on offer here. This is 30 horsepower, 9,000. Obviously, not going to do that. We have got a Deutz-Fahr. We have got this. And it's 9,360 horsepower. It comes with pretty much all of it. We could maybe... Yeah, now it's too much money if we go up to 64. So I personally think the Ford just suits the map. I'm going to go with it just because it is... I think it's perfect. Perfect for what we're after. So we'll go with the Ford. Don't want that. Go with that cabin. And that, for 10,000, it's a lot of money. But hopefully with us taking that extra contract... we can get it, you know, claw it back. But look at that. Have you ever seen anything as suited to a map as this Ford? Just perfect. Sounds pretty good as well. Definitely sounds pretty good. So let's let's take this out to the field. Honestly, this is going to be a workhorse for us. For as small as it is, for as slow as it is, we're pretty much going to get a lot of use out of this. We just need to get it hooked up to the windrow of all things. It's going to be... It looks bigger. It's more... I think it'd be more difficult to pull the windrow than it would the tether. Even though they're both, I think, 48 horsepower requirements. I think they are identical around that. Yeah. I think Court Farms was made for a good Ford, though. And I know that Oxy likes his Fords as well. So if he is watching, he will love the idea of having this Ford on this map right now. Definitely. Might need to change to auto drive. Just thinking about it. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Just because I think I've got a few things I need to check out. We are still kind of playing the manager role on this. So we want to go to tractor weight at 79. Off you go. Nice. And I'll have a quick look at that. This is the bit I was looking at. Harvester. So we need to pretty much get up into that field. Just unload. And then we'll continue from the last waypoint. We are obviously taking a lot, a hit. We've worked hard to get the money where it was, but I think we did well. I think we deserved a nice tractor, and I love a good Ford like that. I'm really happy with that purchase. I think it just, it's a nice mod. It really does look perfect for this map. I can't bring myself to drive through that hedge, I'll be honest. I mean, easily, just drive through the hedge, but I'm going to have to go up to the top. So I've just unloaded into the trailer, taking a good dent into it, maybe like a third. So by the end of this episode, we're definitely going to have done all three of these fields. And I'm saying as well with the Baling as well on this field. I'm going to make sure it's all done, so we can see what money we've earned. Because obviously we can't accept or finalise or finish the contract, whatever you want to call it, in this field, technically until we've baled up, or else we're going to lose all the straw on the ground. But we could bale it up and leave it if we needed to. Again, that conflict, I'm going to sort that out as soon as I can. Well, as soon as I remember, really. I think that's usually the problem. So if we go last waypoint, off you go. He will find his way to where he needs to be. And yeah, we'll go check on the mower. And we'll see where that Ford is as well. That Ford will be chugging along somewhere. Now, I might need to open that gate. That is the worst mowing ever. Not set that up very well at all. Let's just open this gate just in case that Ford comes chugging down the road. It'd be brilliant now if I just saw that Ford. I don't even know where it'd be. Where are you, little Ford? Oh, he's here. He is. He's coming down the road. I don't know why this makes me so happy, just a little Ford chugging down the road. What I'd give to be on that Ford right now, just driving down this nice country track in the sun. That's how I imagine it, like a chitty chitty bang bang scene. But yeah, we'll set the tether going soon enough. Definitely gone to the limit of this field boundary. It's going to be here soon. I mean, we could probably race it back. There you go. That distinct blue off the Ford colour on the horizon. Here he comes. Come on, dude. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. And I think we'll perfect timing as well. We might actually get the tether on it. Thinking about it. This is awesome. I mean, I think I might actually take a thumbnail from this track and with this Ford. I think if you'll already know by the video anyway, but I think it would be a perfect thumbnail. Hear that sound as well. But it got here. It got here. That's the main thing. Ooh, bit bumpy there, love. Right, we're going to jump in. We don't need you to carry on over here. We can do the rest. Thank you. And the mower's just finished. So what we're going to do with that mower, I'm thinking about it now. We don't need that tractor. We may as well go set that off into the other field to mow. I think if we leave the other two tractors here, we've got enough to do, you know, the baling and everything else, really. And we'll leave the tether on that just because it's less work for us. We'll get on hooked up on the row on this one. This is a beast, though. Look at it. I mean, you'd think, can that pull it? But honestly, it is the required horsepower. So it should do this perfectly fine. It's nice to have that third tractor, though. It's going to help us out a lot. Right, so let's get this set up. We'll take them, drive the mower all the way out to, obviously, the other field. And if we just cut this off, there we go. We'll go down there as well, make sure we turn, well, close the gate basically, because we're not going to need the gate. Bit of a tight one. I mean, I know that FSG did a video not long ago about opening the gates wider, and I did actually do it on my other version of this map, which is for the farmhand. So because I've made a few edits to that map, that I do have a separate Let's Play and a separate one for the farmhand. But I didn't do it on this. I might have to do it. But I know Oxy in the update that's coming out, which is going to be technically the template for the console version. I don't know if you saw that on Facebook. So technically, he has the console version now all, you could say, ready to start making from the latest update, from the latest updated PC version, if that makes sense. So hopefully it shouldn't be too long now, because obviously console players definitely deserve this map. Definitely. 7.9 I think is about right. We'll do two headlands because they're not, no collisions on the hedges, and then we'll generate from there. Should be fine. So first waypoint. Yep, off you go. That's doing all right. You can hear that forward, can't you, every time you're in it? And I think what we'll do, because I think this is actually 6.9 meters as well, but let's just double check this. I'm sure they're both around. You've got 6.9 on the tether and 7 meters on the row, so we could technically go 6.9 on this. And then something that I actually should have known, really, because it's so obvious, but I didn't actually. This guy's not even tedding. What's wrong with you, bro? Come on, you know what you're doing. Let's fix this, and then I'll go back to what I was saying before. First waypoint, right? Let's base game. Hey, there you go. Start him off again. Some of these workers, you wonder why. Now you know why I'm not paying them full pay. They don't deserve it yet. I mean, this guy's 10, he didn't even realise he needs to make hay. Can't get the staff. Right, so we can set this one from that. So what I was actually saying before is if you go in here, someone pointed this out kindly in a comment on the last video. So I just want to thank you for that. And a lot of people were replying, I think, saying that, you know, they use this feature as well. But it's basically just as simple as copy that button there. So I've copied this course now, because I used to go in, save it into a folder, and then obviously activate it onto another tractor. It was a lot more took a lot more to obviously do that, a lot more steps, let's say. And then I just press this, and now it's here. So you've got the same course, and if I bring it up now, you can see I've got the same course in this tractor that's in the one over there. So really, really cool. So let's just turn that off. And then I just want to quickly point out something. Now, get your advice on what you think's the best thing to do here. So, because I don't want this series to stagnate, let's say, at any point, I want it to obviously progress. We're not just stuck in one place where we just keep doing contracts, keep doing, struggling our way through. You know, I want there to be some progression throughout the series and not take forever, you know. So what I decided to do is I upped this reward to 10%. So I think what it did is this was about 7.5, these contracts were. So they've gone up to like 8.5. So maybe like £1,000 has been added on top of them. So what I wanted to know is, what do you think I should set it at? Because I think it actually goes up to 20. So we could technically go, well, actually, we could go up to 40. I want to know what you guys think. So if I give you an example, we'd be getting 10 for the baling contracts. That's gone up, harvest's gone up to 4. So you can see there's a difference. Now, don't get me wrong, the sell price of hay and all the actual stuff we'd keep, so we can do as an extra. So when we do the straw baling on harvest contracts, we sell that. That'll still be set as normal difficulty. It's only the contracts that are changing. I just want to know what you think. I've put it to 10% just to give myself a little bit of a helping hand so we can progress through the series. But what do you think? Should I put it to 40? Should I keep it on standard? I'm not taking it because you guys can be cruel. I know for a fact you're going to be like, no, take minus 40. It'll be fine. But I'm happy to keep it at 10. But if you think I shouldn't do that, keep it standard, or I should go up more, let me know in the comment section what you think. Because, yeah, like I said, we want to progress because we are trying to build a farm. And we obviously need to get some bigger equipment in so we can do better contracts and so on. So he's doing a pretty good job at that. I think it's about a good time for us to get into this field now without colliding. I know he's just gone through a hedge, which obviously, yeah, is not ideal, but hey-ho. So he's doing these up and down paths. I'm hoping they don't collide, but that is a risk you take with Courseplay if you've got multiple vehicles in a small field especially. But we're going to, yeah, we're going to try it. I'm not entirely sure why that guy was going in reverse. That's a new one. That is a new one. So now that is something strange. Let's just see if we can. Let's see if we can get this going, but like from nearest waypoint. No, it doesn't like that, does it? Doesn't like that at all. I'll tell you what, if we've bought a tractor that doesn't work in Courseplay, we really have. Yeah, we've dropped the ball. We dropped the ball, let's be honest. So let's just see if we can start our own course and see if it's something to do with us copying that course that was meant for the tedder. Whoop. That was poor reversing, that is. We can do this. This has got to be something simple, surely. All vehicles work in Courseplay. I don't think I've ever found a vehicle that doesn't work in Courseplay. But let's generate our own. Headlands, we'll go with 2. And we'll start working on the headlands. That should be fine. Whoa, don't want it to be that. So we want 6.9. So glad you can type that in, really am. Don't want to skip a row. Generate that one. Right, first waypoint, off you go, buddy. So it's probably got something to do. I'd say it's probably got something to do with the fact that it's this tool that's on it. Well, it looks like we're going to have to do this one manually. So what I'll do is a bit of a time-lapse. We're going to do a montage, but we're going to probably do it in the second field. It's a bigger field, so it'll be easier to do. But we'll do a bit of a time-lapse now of me getting through, obviously, quite a lot of this stuff. I'm hoping to get at least the baling going in this before I cut back in. The guy's tedding quite well. If we just have a quick check on the harvester, that's getting close. But what we'll do first is we're going to set this up to 104. In fact, what we could do, set it to 104, tractor weight, bring up this, and let's get it actually doing it properly. Definitely. And if we can start about there. There we go. Generate 3 headlands, 3.5. He will do it. I mean, he's probably not going to do the right direction. Obviously, with the hangover that we've got, it's not ideal. Maybe we could up this to 4. 4.5. Let's see what happens there. Wowzer. That's a weird one. What about if we just do the 1? That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's much better. We'll keep it at that. And then we want to open this, put it to first waypoint, course play button, drive to that field, and off you go. Now, really what should happen is when they get to that field, he should start the job. I'll crack on with this time-lapse because, as you can see, there's a lot to do, and we really need to start cracking through this. We've been doing at least 20 minutes of recording, and we haven't even started. Well, we haven't even done the first field yet. Lots to do. Right, welcome back. I decided not to do a time-lapse just because it kind of all went pear-shaped. So, the tractor that I really like, for some reason, just doesn't work with courseplay. It's like it gets stuck into neutral, and I've checked my settings and I'm on the right settings, so it's not like it's yeah, like set to manual gears or anything like that. I don't even think that would have an effect on courseplay, but for some reason, yeah, that tractor just doesn't want to drive off. So I might try and pick Mark Thor's brains, who's hopefully watching and might know the solution for that, because I really like that tractor. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to use it manually in this episode. So we're going to have to try our best with that one. Now, I have finished the harvest. Well, Courseplay's finished the harvest. We're just going to finish this off, tie it up, and then at some point we'll come down with the baler on this one and get it done. This is going to probably be one hell of a job to finish all 3 of these contracts off, but I'm not going to give up. We're going to definitely do it, but there might have to be some jump cuts. I do want to try and get a montage done, I really do, but it's going to be something that I have to do now, especially with the Ford manually. Well, that Ford's giving me a bit of heartbreak because I don't not want to use it, but it's getting to the point where it's going to be difficult to use anyway. So let's just park this up over here, fold it away, and at least we've done the harvest. So it's just a baling to do in this field, so that's good news already. Let's go take an update on everyone else. So you can see that this guy, there we go, finally got to him. This is already done, but we've got the course. Now I had to change the windrow. I had to change the windrow because I was having an issue where it wasn't even rowing up. So I just thought, too many problems I've had with that row, we're just going to get rid of it, get another one that's pretty much the same size. It is actually a little bit bigger, so I didn't charge myself anything, just put the same amount of money in to swap them over. It's my fault really for starting off and choosing the wrong kind of row. There's just a few problems with that, so we've technically had a bit of an upgrade there. But yeah, it was needed, let's say that. And it's pretty much the same. I think it's like 1 meter difference. So let's get this started now. Get the baling done. Check that we're on the right size, which we are, and then we want to go from first waypoint with this. Luckily it's been obviously it's now going to use the same course, and yeah, we can then start putting these bales away. So that's happy. We'll just check that it's going. In a minute when it starts off, it should drop down hopefully, or I'm just having so many problems with courseplay. I have updated courseplay recently. There we go. I should never doubt courseplay. But no, I have actually updated it, so who knows? Who knows? But I'm definitely having problems with that Ford, which is such a shame. We are going to probably miss bits, but we will tidy that up. But let's have a look at this guy. So we've got the mower going. It's probably stuck. Yep, he's been stuck twice now in this field. Doesn't like it. So I think it's, yeah, it's causing a few problems obviously with that middle part of the field. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this up ourselves. This is what we're going to do. And we're also going to do the tedding ourselves. So I think this is now a perfect time for a time lapse, and then I'll stick in a montage after when we're doing the baling on both of these fields and the rowing. So we'll try our best to get as much of that in, but yeah, it's something we're going to have to just tackle ourselves now. I mean, he's done a decent enough job, in all fairness, with the mowing. It's not like he's missed too much. I mean, if we're going to ted it, we may as well cut a little bit more on that side. I mean, the more we can get, the more money we're going to make.
Right, so welcome back. That's pretty much everything done. Just need to take the bales out of this field that we've done for this harvest. I mean, I think we've done all right. Obviously, we spent 10,000 on a tractor that we don't seem to be able to use with Courseplay. So that's not ideal, but I'm going to try and fix that at least, or come up with a solution. But if we can't, we'll have to just get our money back and see if we can find another Ford that works, because yeah, I definitely do think a Ford is the right way to go. But first, let's try and finalise a lot of this stuff. We can't actually... I am going to take them bales though before I actually accept all the contracts. I think it's best... Yeah, it's just the best thing to do. But obviously I've got a load of bales of hay from 2 fields, and yeah, we need to take it to the sell point just to see if everything's finished. We should make a little bit of cash anyway. It's only ever going to be that little... Yes, that last little bit. But this canola needs to go here, so let's tip this and we should see it start shooting up the percentage in the top right. There you go, 90%. And then as soon as the money goes up, you know you've done it right. There we go. So we've made £1,600, pretty much £1,700, and obviously this is now finished. So we can technically accept this, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go over here where I've actually got the bales. Now luckily both of them hay contracts wanted the bales taken to the same sell point, so that's pretty good. So there we go. So I think, I'm hoping that that's just worked, because yeah, it was both contracts together. So yes, they're all completed. So that is nice, and we're up to 40,000. We're up to 40,000. We've bought a tractor, and we've got some straw to sell. We're gonna, I think, well, yeah, we're definitely gonna hit that £60,000 mark. So this has actually worked out really well. I know I've put her up to 10%, so our contracts will take in just that little bit more. But we'll see if that's right. I'll wait for everyone's opinion on that in the comment section before I decide what to do after. But yeah, this is going to turn out pretty good. We just need to go get them straw bales. Now I have got the telehandler waiting over there, so it is just a short drive, luckily. And then we'll have a look to see where the best sell price is. I mean, if there's only a couple pound difference, it's not going to make too much of a impact, so I will just go probably there, because that is the closest sell point. But I'm hoping at the end of this, we've actually got a tractor for 10,000. Yes, we'll just, you know, we'll not talk about the fact that it doesn't actually work with Courseplay at the moment, but if it did, then it'd be ideal, and we can fix that. I'm confident we can fix that. I don't know if it'll be something small, but I'll be honest, first time it's ever happened, so I haven't actually got a clue where to start looking at that. So I'm not confident at the same time, but Mark Thor, he's the man to go to. He knows it all. So I'm hopeful that Mark straight away looks at that and goes, right, I think I might know what the issue is. But anyway, let's get these bales up. How many have we got? A modest amount, not too much. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, it's good money. The more we've got, it's good money, really. So let's get in this and start stacking these away. Shouldn't take me too long. Now, the video obviously has been going on. Well, I've been recording for a while, but I did that montage to try and make it shorter, so I won't pick up all these bales on camera. I might do a bit of a jump cut just so it's not as repetitive, but we pretty much know the gist. Just got to pick up some bales and load them on. Just give that a nudge. There we go. Now we'll go 3 high, because you never know. We might need yeah, you never know. We might need the space if we go too high. It's easy as well when unloading these on, just to pick up 3 at a time. I doubt we'll need loads of... Yeah, I doubt we'll need a second run, obviously, but we may as well just stack 3 high at the start. Right, so the last one. Definitely didn't need to go 3 high. Could have just gone 2 high in the end, but we'll leave it like this. It's a short trip. It's probably not the best stack, but it does the job. Does the job. Now, I know there's a few bits as well in this field that the harvester missed. But I don't really think that's going to have too much of an impact. But it's made me think, like, when we accept the contract, I imagine this field just changes state and it just goes harvested state. Like, basically this texture now. So this is like the harvested ground of canola. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know if it just goes like the whole field, because I imagine it does, because I'm sure we missed a few bits in that field, and that looks like that's what's happened. So let's open this gate, and then we'll figure out, are we going to be turning left or right? I imagine it's not going to make too much of a difference, but we'll find out. We've got mainly straw, so we've got 74 falling down, which is obviously better. Let's just have a look where that is. Is that too far away? Yeah, I'd say that's a bit of a trek. Do we really want the extra £3? I mean, Valley View is literally right on the doorstep. And that's 70. It's not a bad price, is it? Yeah. Let's just go there. Makes sense. We'll still make pretty much around the same money. It's going to be a very small amount. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, we've got 90,000 litres of straw and 8,000 litres of hay, and it's all going to be profit on normal difficulty. So I am, yeah, intrigued to see where we'll end up. We'll definitely be over that £60,000 mark, and we're going to go and get that fast baler, because then in the next episode we can actually start doing some grass silage contracts, which are going to be much bigger, and that Ford will either work or we'll be swapping it in for another Ford that does work. Whoa, that was close. So the moment of truth. Expecting some good money here. Do you know what? I'll take that all day long. We're at 47,900. So technically we are now 8 grand on profit from what we started the episode. But like I said, we bought a tractor. But we have now got the beauty of 3 contracts to accept. Now I'm going to just stand here for a second because I want to just check what happens. Just out of interest, I imagine it's pretty obvious what happens, but yeah, let's complete this. So we're going to collect this. Yeah, so there you go. You can see that it's kind of like turned into withered. Yeah, a bit withered. Or it's like herbicide, but withered basically. So at least that's done. So we're now at 51,000. So this is the one we should get a big jump. So we collect that, and we also collect that. We're now going to be sitting at 68,000. Get in. So now we can get the fast baler. So all them contracts we've been working our socks off to get the fast baler, it's paid off. So I think we should do that definitely before the end of the episode. I know I've got tractors lying about everywhere that I will sort out. We'll bring them all together, take them back to the yard. But first, we'll go and buy that fast baler. Right, so we've got the quick bale by Mark Thor, but then we've got the quick bale, which is 24 miles an hour, and this one's 50. I think I'll go with the modest one just because I think it's 24 miles an hour is pretty fast. Definitely is. But yeah, let's go with this one. And we can do up to 180 size bales as well, which is great. And wrap them. So that's less handling everything. This baler is perfect. Perfect. So I wonder if we can get like a brand. I mean, we should have got the Scroft logo on this. Definitely. But we'll see if any brands just look good. I mean, I'm happy with just keeping it generic, really. I mean, if I had to have anything, I'd go with Agco. It's quite a generic brand, isn't it? They do a lot. I do like them wheels. I think that's one fancy baler, but I'd say that's probably more. Ah, so we can have rear hitches. Let's have a look at that again. I mean, we could technically do that, just in case it ever comes in handy. Silage additive. £1,000. We're going up now, aren't we? Do we want silage additive? I mean, it will give us more. So I think it's, yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. We'll start off with a decent colour. I mean, we could go for orange for, for like my logo. Yeah, why not? Let's go orange. I think that's a bit too orange. It's the same one. Just pick the same one. I mean, they look different. Actually, like a lot different. That's probably about right. Let's go like that. So the main colour for Agco. I mean, we could go orange as well. Unique. Not many orange balers. So if we keep it like an orange, but maybe I'd say that kind of orange. And then I might stick my logo on it. So we won't put a brand on. Yeah, we'll keep the brand off and then I'm going to put my logo on it. I think that's sound. So 61,500. Here we go. Finally, now we'll be able to do some silage contracts. Yeah, what a baler. Well done, Mark Thor. What a cracking mod. So definitely check this out. It's on ModHub if you've not already used it. I think a lot of people are. But yeah, it's really good because you don't have to stop when you're baling as well. It will you just carry on at a nice steady pace. So it will cut out a lot of work for us as we're doing them grass contracts, especially the heavy ones. We can even use it for hay as well. So it's not like we're stuck with doing just wrapping. It can do any type. It can do straw, hay, and then obviously your grass silage. So overall, productive episode. We've definitely hit our goals and we've probably done a bit more. I mean, we would be sitting at 17,000 right now, so we probably could have upgraded something else, but I think it's, it is important to have that third tractor, and I actually really like this tractor. I really do. I think it suits this map down to a T. It's just we need to fix it because Courseplay and auto drive on this series are really important because we are trying to run a business, trying to make some money. So I'll try to fix that definitely for the next episode, and then in the next one, we'll start tackling them grass silage contracts. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it every time. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.